There is a question that quietly settles into your chest somewhere around the middle of your life. You may not say it out loud, but late at night, when the house is still and the day has finally exhaled, it finds you. When everything is stripped away, who will actually be there? Not who you hope will be there, not who promised they would be, but who, realistically and honestly, walks with you all the way to the end of the road. Today, I want to talk about that question with complete honesty, because the answer is both humbling and incredibly freeing. And most people never fully accept it until very late in life. My goal is to hand it to you now, while you still have time to build something beautiful around it. Let us begin. Truth number one, your children love you, but they have their own destination. There is a particular kind of heartache that nobody warns you about when you become a parent. You pour everything into raising a child, your time, your worry, your laughter, your best years. And then, if you have done your job well, they leave. They are supposed to leave. But somewhere along the way, many of us quietly begin to assume that the relationship will reverse itself, that the children we once guided will turn around and become our primary companions in old age. We picture Sunday dinners every week, phone calls every morning, presents, and sometimes that happens. But often it does not in the way we imagined. Alice was 74 when her youngest daughter took a job in another country. Her son lived 40 minutes away, but worked long hours and was raising 3 kids of his own. Alice found herself waiting for calls that came less frequently than she had expected. She told a friend, "I gave them wings and somehow forgot that wings are for flying away." Here is what she eventually understood. Her children's independence was not abandonment. It was the proof that she had raised them well. The shift that changed everything for her was simple. She stopped measuring love by proximity and started measuring it by quality. She joined a community choir, began mentoring young women at her local library, and took a solo trip to a place she had always wanted to visit. When her children did call, she had stories to tell. And slowly those calls became something they looked forward to. Not an obligation, but a genuine connection between two adults who each had full lives. Your children can be one of the great loves of your life, but they were never meant to be your anchor. That job belongs to someone else entirely, and we will get there. Truth number two, a partner is a gift, not a guarantee. If you have spent decades building a life alongside someone, the idea of navigating the world without them is almost unthinkable. And yet, life does not always ask for our permission before rearranging itself. Illness, cognitive decline, differing timelines. These are not failures of love. They are simply the terrain of a long life. Gerald was 71 when his wife of 43 years was diagnosed with early-stage dementia. Almost overnight, the dynamic of their marriage shifted. He became her caregiver, her memory, her steadying hand. The partnership he had relied on for decades could no longer hold him up the way it once had. He told his doctor, "I built my whole sense of calm around her. Now I am realizing I never actually built it in myself." That realization was painful, but it was also the most important thing Gerald ever learned about himself. He began working with a therapist. He reconnected with a brother he had drifted from. He started a journal, not to record events, but to process his own inner world, something he had neglected for years. He became more whole, and that wholeness made him a better caregiver, a better father, and ultimately a more peaceful man. A loving partnership enriches your life enormously, but your inner foundation must be yours alone. If your sense of peace lives entirely inside another person, you are one phone call away from losing it. Build something inside yourself that no one else can take with them when they go. Truth number three, friendships change shape, and that is not failure. When you are young, friendships are built on shared time. You live near each other, work together, raise children in the same neighborhood. Friendship is almost automatic. Then life scatters everyone. People relocate. They get sick. Some pass away. Others simply drift toward different interests, different schedules, different seasons of life. And if you measure the health of your social world purely by the number of people in it, aging can start to feel like slow erosion. But here is a different way to see it. Carol was 78 and had watched her social circle shrink considerably over the previous decade. 2 of her closest friends had passed away. Another had moved across the country to be near her grandchildren. Carol admitted that for a while she felt genuinely invisible. Then she signed up, almost on a whim, to volunteer at a community garden on Saturday mornings. She went expecting to pull weeds. What she found was a woman named Delia, 61 years old and recently retired, who made her laugh harder than anyone had in years. They became close friends. An unlikely pair, separated by nearly 2 decades, brought together by dirt under their fingernails and a shared love of terrible gardening puns. Carol later said, "I was so busy grieving the friendships I had lost that I almost missed the ones waiting to be found." Friendship in later life is not about maintaining a roster. It is about staying open, staying curious, showing up to new places with a willingness to be surprised by who you meet there. Truth number 4, possessions, comfort, but they cannot companion. There is a season of life when accumulation feels meaningful. The house you worked for, the collections, the objects that mark the chapters of your story. And then quietly that season ends. Not because the things become worthless, but because you begin to feel, in a way that is difficult to articulate, that they cannot give back. They cannot ask how you are doing. They do not remember what you looked like at 30. Susan was 82 and lived in a large home she had shared with her late husband. After he passed, she found herself cleaning rooms nobody used and maintaining a garden she no longer had the energy to enjoy. The house felt less like a home and more like a monument to a life that had moved on without her. When her granddaughter helped her downsize to a smaller apartment closer to town, Susan wept and then felt an unexpected lightness. She gave away furniture, artwork, dishes. Each gift felt like a conversation. Each empty corner felt like a breath. "I thought letting go of things would feel like losing," she said, "but it felt like arriving." The accumulation phase of life serves its purpose. But there comes a time when simplifying is not a retreat. It is a refinement. It is you deciding what actually matters, and it is rarely an object. Truth number 5, your body is your oldest and most faithful companion. Every single day of your life, your body has shown up for you, in sickness and in health. Before you ever said those vows to anyone else, your body was already keeping them. And yet we spend so much of our lives treating it as an inconvenience rather than an ally. The people who move through their later years with the most dignity are almost never the ones who had the easiest bodies. They are the ones who paid attention. They listened when something hurt. They moved even when movement was hard. They ate with some intention. They rested without guilt. Raymond was 69 and had spent most of his adult life ignoring his physical health the way you ignore a slow leak. Aware of it, but convinced it could wait. After a minor health scare, his doctor sat him down and said something he never forgot. "You do not have to run a marathon. You just have to show up for your body the same way it has always shown up for you." That framing changed everything for Raymond. He started walking 30 minutes each morning. He cut back on the foods that made him feel heavy and foggy. He slept more deliberately. Within 6 months, he told his doctor he felt 10 years younger. Not because his body had reversed its age, but because he had stopped fighting it and started working with it. Your body will carry you as far as you allow it to. Treat it like the lifelong companion it actually is. The final truth, you are the only one who goes the whole distance. Every person and everything we have talked about today, your children, your partner, your friends, your possessions, your health, they are all chapters. But you are the entire book. From the moment you arrived in this world to the moment you leave it, there is one constant presence, one voice that has heard every thought you have ever had, one witness to every private joy and every quiet grief. That is you. The most important relationship you will ever build is the one with your own mind and your own spirit. Not in a self-absorbed way, not in isolation, but in the deep, settled, unshakable way that allows you to move through the world without being dependent on it to hold you together. When you are comfortable in your own presence, when silence does not frighten you, when solitude does not hollow you out, something remarkable happens. People are drawn to you, not because you are performing confidence, but because you are radiating it from a place of genuine peace. You become, in the truest sense, someone worth being around, because you are someone who has already figured out how to be with yourself. That is not the end of connection. It is the beginning of the best kind. So here is the question I want to leave you with today. Not who will be there for you, but are you there for yourself? Because that is where it all begins. Thank you for spending this time with me. If something in this video moved you or made you think differently, I would genuinely love to hear about it in the comments. Share this with someone in your life who might need to hear it today. And if you are not subscribed yet, please do. There is so much more to come. I will see you in the next one.